he has to deal with the other side of things. He's got to deal with the format, the match clock, the shot clock, and the other elements to it. So it's kind of who can deal with it the quickest, I guess.
Well, and Tony has a little bit something else to prove. Tony's known as a one pocket guy.
Yeah,
this is his chance to really be like, look, guys, I can play pool too. I don't just play one pocket. I can play 8-ball. I can play on the small table. And if he's able to do it against a champion like Shane, that'll make a big statement.
And he's going to get the first opportunity. Nothing doing for Shane on the opening break.
Interesting little shot here. He's got the 6-ball. Good shot. Does that 8-ball go clean into the corner? If it does, I don't really see any huge issues. Oh, he's just going to move him. Take care of that problem right away.
Well, the 8 could have fell a little bit kinder, but he's still in good shape here.
Yeah, the 4-ball sitting in the pocket like that makes it a little bit easier to manipulate the cue ball around. Not sure that's what he wanted, though.
Yeah, got that one slightly wrong. Got his chalk as well.
But I mean, this isn't something that he can't come away from looking better than he does right now. It's very easy to correct that little itty bitty mistake that he made.
Yeah, the key though is he needs that good angle to get down for the 8.
I think he's going to get it too. I think he's got the ability to either shoot the 3 in the side or the corner after this 1-ball shot, and he can just let the cue ball slide down and he'll be good to go. And this is the shot. Looks like he's aiming a little low.
Yeah, he just ended up with the wrong angle, the wrong side of it, and yeah, when he played the breakout earlier on, if the 8 goes an extra 2 rolls, he's out here, but unfortunately, he couldn't work it out.
And a common American 8-ball says call your 8-ball, so Tony taps to the side pocket, but just to clarify, guys, there is no calling of the 8-ball. You fire it, it goes 2 rails by accident, it's still good. And he's just a little off.
Yeah, disappointment in the opening frame for Tony then. Old habits will die hard, though. You'll see players doing that quite a lot. And if you're not sure,
yeah,
they just do it anyway. You don't get penalised for that.
And Shane here has a chance to clean up and take the first rack, a very important rack. But I think part of the story right here is that it's kind of nonchalant. They're playing American style 8-ball. There's no shot, there's no match clock really coming into play right now, but they're moving slow. We're looking at Tony having a 2-minute and 30-second rack.
Yeah.
And now off the miss with Shane at the table, we're looking at almost a 4-minute rack. You have a couple more of those.
Yeah, and then
we're looking at 10 minutes really quickly.
Yeah, and then the match is starting to fly away. So it's something to definitely keep an eye on.
And Shane able to adjust to the table pretty well. Then he's got to be a favorite in this match, I would think. It's so hard to call that favorite because it's just 2 different styles. It's 2 different types of players. So you really don't know. Everybody thought Tyler was the absolute just favorite against Cleve, and Cleve came out and.
But there's so fine margins, aren't they, in these matches?
Absolutely.
And the match clock and everything else, it's such a leveler.
Luckily for Shane here, looks like he's going to take the first rack with this 8-ball.
Yeah, always nice to have that little bit of freedom in your first kind of visit to the table. You know, Tony got rid of all of his, so it's just a case of, you know, mopping them up and a little bit of freedom in the arm, get going, and Shane does take the opening frame. It's one of the most intense kind of pressure-filled environments you can ever play pool in.
I can't wait to see that kind of stuff eventually over here. I'm sure that's the goal, is to just do it the same way everywhere, bring it as much as we can. And Tony with a big break here. Cue ball stayed in the center of the table, which is always a good spot for it to be, especially in 8-ball. He got a little trouble over there in that corner, though, and he just tried to move him. I don't think the 2-ball has a spot yet. He's going to have to move that 12-ball.
Yeah, it's not really separated enough, is it? As good as the break was, it didn't really open up very well for him, and that could have done with a bit more pace into that breakout shot.
And this is a close one. Caught the rail. So really first little bit of safety play here. I don't think we've seen much else of a safety battle.
Yeah, hardly any.
Yeah.
We've seen a few mistakes here and there that have been punished, but nothing that's ended up in a safety. Although Shane may want nothing to do with it, because he got an opportunity to break out his bad ball here and then a chance to go.
Well, and that was a tough miss there. If he makes that ball, he's got an opportunity to really clean up the table. But
surprising miss as well. It wasn't too challenging a pot for him.
And he kind of rushed it a little bit, I think. He shot really fast. You tell me if that's standard for him.
I think he would maybe take a few seconds longer, but I think he is conscious of, it being shootout pool. Like we say, we're now over 6 minutes in, and we're only one frame down.
He knows that first rack went long. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is where the creativeness of Tony Chohan will come in. Unfortunately, it did not work out for him there. And Shane, after a really just uncommon miss, is going to get back to the table with ball in hand. And that was the most important shot of it. And now he's got the opportunity to just kind of work his way through this rack. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, just a case of when do you go up for the 14. He'd love to be playing it next, but I don't think he'll risk that. Well, he might, by the way he's queuing up for it.
He's definitely queuing low.
Yeah, just needs to get by.
Yeah, it grew legs.
Yeah, it was nice. That was the key, because if he gets on that ball, then it's natural patterns. That's why I thought he would try and get up there for it, but I wondered whether he'd worry about getting the 7 or past the 7. Shane is one of those players. He does have perfect patterns out there. So often he's in position. When he was winning all those titles, it was just, he was absolutely right behind every single shot. The cue ball's not moving. It made the game look like it was easy.
And Shane's actually who I was speaking to. I went back and thought about it, about the reds and the yellows and the solids and the stripes. And he's the one that said, it's a little bit more difficult to find my pattern. So definitely a little bit of learning from both sets of players, American table, American balls, but mostly European game style. It's really cool to see the mesh. And Tony's just itching to get out of his chair again.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be in this frame. Shane in perfect shape to make it 2-0.
Great shot. 8-ball down with just under 21 minutes.
Yeah, fairly slow opening couple of frames.
Shane with a good opportunity on a big break. He's really hoping for a nice clean run out here.
Yeah, and he's going to get the opportunity. Oh, maybe he's not. Just stays on the table. But the layout's good. Now he has stayed on. He's actually got a great chance to go here.
Absolutely.
For me, it's just about how does he deal with a 2 above the 8 ball. Oh, he's going to go solids. I was thinking he was going to go stripes, but maybe just the way the 2 sit above the 8 ball he doesn't like, and the 5 ball isn't too bad above them.
I'm just trying to figure out what his strategy might be for this 6 ball. I think he can see enough of it now, but I don't know if it goes in the side pocket. And clearly, he's not interested in that right this second. But he does have to have kind of a harsh angle on the it's at the 4 ball. The 4 ball.
Yeah, so I think this is fine here. I mean, well, maybe his reaction tells us it isn't, but he wanted to leave that angle so he can just drift it in and use the top cushion, and then he's away. But has he come back far enough? Looks tight. Oh, he's okay. He's
That was
just
a
falling
great
off.
shot.
Beautiful pace control on that one as well. Lands perfectly on the 5.
As long as nothing unexpected happens here, we're looking at 3-0 between Shane Thompson and Tony Chohan. Got a little far, but he'll be all right.
I think he knew he was getting that thin kiss, and he was going to go low. That's why the 5 died in dead weight. And it's a lovely finish from Shane Thompson. A lovely broken run, and he is 3-0, halfway to the mark here.
Okay, he got away from the kiss. He made a ball. He's got a good opportunity to clean up the table.
Yeah, this is actually very good, isn't it? You couldn't ask for too much more. Plenty of room, assuming he goes solids here. Plenty of room for the 4 ball at the top, and the rest are all good.
And I actually really like the way this is laid out for solids, as long as he doesn't get too far on that 10 ball. Thought he was going to roll a little closer to it. And Tony's so good with the cue ball and so good at manipulating the object ball. You don't get to see him play simple pool much. He's usually playing something. Oh no! He didn't want that ball to fall.
No, and I'm surprised. I mean, he had a lot of angle on there, so that's why he's played played into the 9, but didn't need to. There was enough room for the 4.
This is where Tony's one pocket experience is going to come in, because he's going to find something to do with this ball. Whether it's a safe or a shot, he's going to find something to do. He's so very creative. As long as the time clock doesn't get a hold of him, called his extension.
Well,
it's a pretty valiant effort, but it wasn't meant to be.
yeah, and there's another one, so that's 3 chances that Tony's had. All of them got away from him, and he's very frustrated as he sits back down. And it's another wide open chance here for Shane Thompson.
Yeah, he's got to take advantage of the opportunities that he's getting, and it's just been little things that have really not gone his way. That second ball dropping, if that ball doesn't drop, this is a totally different end to this rack. And Shane just taking his time.
He's got that one slightly wrong. He was playing on the 15.
It's That's an easy correction here. Don't want to get behind the 8-ball.
I think he'd like to have slid by that, but should be okay. Just has to judge the cue ball here.
He played the speed well, but it's not an automatic shot. This is not a guarantee. He played it very good. Very good. And Shane Thompson shooting the 8-ball to make it 4-0. Shane doesn't want the match clock to come in. He doesn't want to give him an opportunity. He wants to whitewash Tony.
So you put it in those terms for Tony. There is, some positives there, but first things first, he needs a chance and he needs to take it. And he's not going to get one off the break anyway, at least. But there is an obvious problem that Shane needs to solve.
On the first 2 racks were just over 9 minutes, and then the next 2 following were just under 6 minutes, so the pace has quickened a little bit. Shane with a good opportunity here. He's really just got to work out that 10 ball, that 9 ball. If he can manage that, he'll be in good shape. Here you're going to see him with the drawback. Big, powerful stroke. Moved them both.
What a shot that is. That's incredible from Shane.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
I don't think that was the original plan when he played his opening shot. Maybe he was looking for a slightly better angle, but he really forced it, and he couldn't ask for it to come out any better.
Great shot there. Maybe he wanted to come out for the 9 ball a little bit more, but he's still got options.
Yeah, May wanted to get rid of the 9 first, but it's not terrible being the last ball, especially using the 15 to get there. I think that just gives him a nice access to the window he's after.
And now he's going to take the 15 so he can take the 9 ball last, and he's just got to really make sure that he doesn't get any bad bumps or kisses on the 6 ball, or get behind the 5 ball. Sorry, orange. I'm losing my mind over here, Simon.
He is going to be behind it. He knew it straight away. There you go.
Yeah, and he was a little quick on that. He took a long time to look at it, and then he got down and he just kind of popped it. So maybe that's the error right there. And Tony, I'm sure, is licking his chops at the opportunity to get at the table.
I'm a little bit surprised he's gone side rail there. I thought he'd come off the bottom rail and try and make it top left, just because it felt like there was a bigger margin on the shot. But anyway, chance has gone for Shane Thompson, and this is exactly what Tony needed. He needed a really nice route into this match.
And he just can't take it for granted. He's got to get out here. He's got to give every shot his full attention and get on the board. And all of a sudden here, Tony winning this rack, we're looking at under 12 minutes on the match timer and only a 3-game spread. This could get very competitive very quickly.
Over the line, really.
Needs a ball to go down, does Tony.
Yeah, no good.
As Shane takes control of the table here. This rack is
It's been a long day.
I'm telling you. This rack is very important.
Oh, it's huge. For me, I felt like it was really important for Tony not just to win it, but to win it with a break and run. Obviously, that's not an option now. Shane has a chance here just to forget the mistake in the previous frame and get straight back to work.
And that's a good start there. That 14 ball's in kind of a funny spot. I mean, do you want to play the combo there? Is it that straight?
I think he would be happy with it if he can get behind it. He's just running around to have a look as well. He can get there now.
That's truly his only issue here. It's just being able to play that combo, because you do want to play it straight so you can control the 14 off of the contact.
He may have just got into that one a touch too much. He's a little closer to the 14 than he wanted to be. And he is a little off angle. This all of a sudden is a high tariff shot.
Sometimes it's better to call an audible, but he's not going to. Maybe with a little bit more pace here. He's made the shot, and it was a great shot. He's definitely going to be looking to take care of the 14 quickly, because he doesn't want to have to shoot that last.
The 14 just going forward that few rolls has just made the job so much easier as well. That was such a well played shot.
Very impressed with Shane. Shane, somebody that I wasn't extremely familiar with. Being able to go on to YouTube and look at him and see how he plays and see some of his 6-red shootouts that he's done. And very, very humble, very nice person.
He's got a big shot coming up again. Getting onto the 8 isn't going to be straightforward here.
He wanted a little bit of angle, and he's got a little, but I don't know if he's got a lot.
Yeah, what's he got for us here?
He's got to just be going forward as he's drawing back. Nice little drawback shot. Is he going to take it to the side?
Yeah. Not much there, though. This is tough.
It's definitely thin. He's got a little bit of a two-way shot. If he misses, he's going to be below the 4, I'm sure.
Oh, and it goes, though.
Yeah.
Digs himself out of trouble. Normally with Shane, the patterns are so good, but the first couple of shots he couldn't quite get himself in line, so he was always chasing, but he gets over the line, and the mistake in the previous frame is long gone.
But it is a very difficult shot from those angles, so it's a great shot by him. He's got a chance to end the match right here. He made a ball on the break.
He gave that one a little bit more as well.
If he chooses, well, neither one of them look great. If he chooses to take the stripes, he's got to contend with the 15. If he chooses to take the solids, he's got to get a breakout on his 2 balls up there. So
I think the 8's a problem if he takes solids as well. I think solids are easier than stripes, but
it's a little bit of give and get.
Yeah, it's both have their issues.
Pick your poison.
And that's a good opening shot, though, because it does make, now that he's played that shot, stripes are easier. So the fact that he had that angle straight away, I say easier, they're still not particularly simple.
It looks like is he going for the breakout here? Is he able to get past it? Oh, no. Unfortunate miss. But almost a two-way shot, and Tony only really has 1 ball to shoot at.
Well, the way he played that made me feel that maybe he's playing it, because when you look at the replay, there's no pocket from where he was. I think that was just an out-and-out save.
May have been.
He's just not quite reached, as he. I mean, his margin of error to be good isn't. Well, the fact that Tony's going this way tells me he has landed. This is perfect for Shane.
And he had to give it a little bit of twirl, but wow, look at how he ended up.
Yeah, that's a result for T-Rex for sure.
Yeah, he got a roll when he needed one. That's absolutely what he needed.
And that's rare in pool.
Yeah.
Very rarely get one when you need one.
And Shane Thompson says, watch this.
Yeah, brilliant pop.
Great shot.
He gives him another opportunity to get this match done.
And with less than 7 minutes left, Shane is looking to clean up right here. And wow, got a nice little kiss there. The match timer is not going to come into play here, I don't think, guys.
No, we're at 15 seconds a shot, but we're not going to get close to the end if Shane clears these up now.
Well, and this was a great performance by Shane Thompson. Tony Chohan, unfortunately, not able to get as many opportunities as he would have liked. But I'm excited to see how he plays it in the future.
Yeah, brilliant stuff from Shane Thompson. Just the one mistake in the match, really, and everything else he took